Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Home Buying Tips. I'm Mike Boblet with the Dream Team of Spokane, and the tip that I have for you today is how to write a strong offer in a seller's market. First off, what is a seller's market? Right now here in Spokane, we are in a seller's market, meaning there are low inventory. It's very competitive for buyers. Pretty much that there are more buyers looking to buy right now than listings that are on the market. So it is a seller's advantaged market right now. So how do you write a strong offer during this time? First thing, you don't want to write a lowball offer. So say a house is listed at $280,000, you do not want to come in at $230,000, because most of the time, especially in that $250,000 to $300,000 price range, the house is going to be going for just under asking price, at asking price, or maybe even a little bit over, sometimes quite a bit over, depending on where they listed it at. They may have strategized for it to be over asking price to get more buyers bidding on it or writing offers in on it. To get an idea of where it's listed at, your agent can pull comparable properties, recently sold homes that are comparable to the listing that you're interested in, and see if they listed it roughly where the current market value is, or if they listed it under, maybe a little bit over. And that will give you a good idea of where you should submit your offer. The other thing is you don't want to ask for a ton of repairs on the initial offer. Of course, you do have the inspection period where you get a professional home inspector out at the property. They look at the house from top to bottom, inside and out, and they send you a full detailed report listing anything that's wrong with the house. So that's the time to ask for any repairs if it's something major or concerning to you. But when you're writing the offer, you don't necessarily want to write in those repairs, because especially during a seller's market, because that's going to weaken your offer. And basically when the seller's looking at all of the offers, they're going to compare them. Okay, this one might be a little bit higher, but they're asking for this. This one might be a little bit lower, but it's a cash offer. So there's going to be different advantages, and they're going to weigh them out differently. So to have a strong offer, those are the two main things. You don't want to lowball, and you don't want to ask for a ton of repairs on the offer itself. Some other things are seller concessions. So for the seller to pay for your closing costs. Of course, if you need that, then that's what you're going to have to do. I helped some first-time home buyers here a few months ago, and I was able to get them negotiated with some closing costs built in, paid for by the seller. But of course, they did offer a little bit higher to compensate for that, so that when the seller looks at their bottom line, what they're going to net, it's still within where they wanted to be. So that's possible if that's what you need to do. But of course, keep in mind that the seller most likely is going to look at that bottom line and see what they're going to net. So if you do want to ask for some closing costs paid for, you might want to think about bumping up your offer, maybe that same amount. And in a way, it would be like financing those closing costs yourself, because you're bumping it up that much. That's one way to think about it. So those are some great tips if you want to write a strong offer in a seller's market like this. Keep those in mind if you are getting ready to buy a home during this time. I don't see this switching to a buyer's market anytime in the near future. You never know what can happen, but I see it staying as a strong seller's market because there are a ton of people moving into the area, and there's just not quite enough homes for how many buyers are out there right now. So just keep these in mind when you're out there looking and when you're getting ready to write up an offer. Keep an eye out for some more of these videos, some home buying tips, and you have a great day.